going on, guys? Welcome back to another video from PremPods. Today we'll be going over Gameweek 7 in the English Premier League. Interesting fixtures all around the grounds. Starting off with Crystal Palace against Liverpool at Selhurst Park, 12:30 on the Saturday. Oh man, 12:30 kickoffs away from home. Always fun.
Could be banana skin. Could be banana skin.
Very much so.
Could
That
be
last
banana
game
skin.
with Wolves was almost a banana skin, to be fair. But we got past in the end. I'm going with the exact same scoreline, 2-1.
Bosh!
And just scraping past again. That's just, I don't know. Again, Palace are a weird team. Go and lose to Everton
They are.
the week before, and then they'll go and give us a proper game, I think, on the weekend.
I have to. Well, I don't think it's going to be that close. I think you're going to beat them 3-1.
Bosh!
In the past, we've seen some good results, or not good results. Seen some good games against Palace for you lot. You've had like the 3-3 game. You've had different games where there's been red cards. I remember Luis Suarez scored a decent goal. There's been quite a good number of games between you two. But I just think, honestly, 3-1, Arne Slot will show fans why he's there, I reckon, this weekend. Honestly, because
You don't think he has already?
I think he has in terms of the United game, but that's United at a poor level, in it really. Everyone can beat United, even Spurs are doing it. So it just shows you anyone can. But what I think about this game is 3-1 Liverpool. I don't really see... I maybe see a few problems in the first 20-25 minutes, because that's when teams at home at this level come out at you, innit? They try and see and test the waters in the first 25 minutes. Forest weathered the storm. You lot just weren't good enough attacking wise, and they went up the other end and nicked the goal. I don't think Palace have got that in them to... In fact, I shouldn't be so rude to Forest and Palace. I'll just say I think Liverpool will be more switched on. Because if Liverpool are more switched on against Forest, they win. And if they're more switched on this weekend against Palace, they win for me. So I say 3-1 Liverpool. I think it's going to be easy.
You would think so anyway, right? Really, if we turn it on, then Palace shouldn't really be too much of a problem.
That's
if you
what I
look at
mean.
the two teams.
Exactly.
But it never really worked out like that. Yeah, we could be dominating the game for the most part. Just can't open them up. And then they break away once or twice and score. Forest goal was very good. It wasn't like a one-on-one. It wasn't as bad as that. They actually scored from outside the area. Just about. So I think Palace have got that one or two players with that bit of quality that can do that as well.
Yeah.
So we have to be very careful in this game, 100%. I'm hoping 3-1, of course. But
Yeah, I think 3-1. I don't think they'll cause too much problem.
12:30, I think it'll be tighter than...
It could be a problem, but we'll see. On to the next one. We've got both our teams in the first two fixtures, according to this. It is Arsenal at the Emirates against Southampton. What do you reckon?
3 o'clock kickoff.
3 o'clock kickoff.
See, Southampton just don't look like a team of anywhere near enough quality to win this game or do anything in this game. You were very, very lucky against Leicester. Very lucky. 2-2 up to the 90th minute. And you needed nearly another extra time, another 15 minutes or something to get the winner. 2 goals in the end. But yeah, that was a strange result for me from Arsenal, and I didn't really see that coming. I don't think it will happen again. I think they've had their little thing where, listen, we just nearly dropped more points again to a newly promoted team, and they'll be switched on in this game. Don't see that happening again. I'm worried for your attack, though. I think we said this before. That this is, I mean, your best positions at the moment is your defense. In my opinion, I think your attack is kind of toothless. Saka is the only one personally. Havertz doesn't do enough for me ever in terms of goals or assists. Martinelli hasn't been doing enough.
That's the only thing Havertz does, Keys.
Nah, completely. I
don't think he's a good footballer, but his output is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, honestly. We've had Gabriel Jesus. We've had Gabriel Jesus up top doing this.
You can't compare it to another player that doesn't score or assist.
He's a striker.
You can't. That's unbelievable compared to what?
Unbelievable compared to what we've had. Yeah. Well, he's not League One, is he? He's played for Man City. No, he just only scores when they're winning.
No, he can't. How could he be unbelievable?
Well, in comparison to how he looks on the pitch, his output's unbelievable because he looks like someone who shouldn't be scoring in the Premier League, and he constantly does.
What does constantly mean to you?
Near enough every single game he's got a goal involvement. Like he's done something in the move. And I don't like Kai Havertz, but I have to go along with the
What
fact
did
that
he
he's
do
in the
last
team
season?
for a reason. Who?
How
Kai
many
Havertz.
goals did he get last
He got
season?
loads, man.
He got loads.
I reckon he got more than Jesus has got for us in it, to be honest with you. Havertz has done very well.
Again, maybe the definition is different. What's loads to you as a striker?
Well, he's not a striker, innit? He's a CAM, really.
10.
But we play him up top, innit? Maybe 10. Well, 10 for us compared to Jesus getting like 4 is good for me.
This is what I mean about your attack being pretty
Yeah,
toothless.
but the
I
thing
think
is, it's
Havertz
not.
is an unbelievable output.
This is not a game where we don't really even need to get our second gear to win this game,
No,
in my opinion.
Well, I mean, Leicester nearly turned you over.
Yeah, but that'll be fun. We'll be
At
fine.
Emirates again.
What is your actual prediction for this game?
3-0 Arsenal.
So we're toothless, but we win 3-0.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just Southampton. It's not. You are toothless.
This is what I'm saying.
And Havertz, if you think Havertz is unbelievable output, that's the biggest problem that you've got this season, without a doubt. You ain't winning no Premier League with Havertz with his unbelievable output. That's just not going to happen.
Well, we'll see in it. His
But
goal involvement's
I've
good.
gone with you winning this game convincingly.
3-0.
But I mean, you're probably going to have a goal or two from your centre backs again.
Oh yeah, corners. Yeah, these lot just getting on the goalkeeper and nick it. Innit? I've said 3-1 because I think we're going to concede. There's no reasoning to say why I think we would concede, because we just keep not having to concede most of the time, apart from the Leicester game.
City.
Yes, but that's
Right.
City, innit? That's City, innit?
Okay.
There's loads of games where we haven't conceded in it, where in seasons gone by, we would have conceded a lot more, and we would have drawn the game, would have lost the game. We haven't lost yet, which is brilliant in the Premier League. I haven't really seen an Arsenal side like that, if you get what I mean. So it's good to see in it, but I understand your point in terms of us being toothless, but we talk about our clubs too much, so let's move on. It's 3-1 Arsenal. We ain't gonna drop any more points again. We're gonna go top of the league, so it don't really matter.
If Southampton are just nowhere near good enough.
That's what I mean. So we're gonna win.
This away from home.
We're gonna win. Don't worry about Arsenal.
This is a concern of going forward. This isn't a concern for this game.
No choice.
Going forward.
We'll see. I think they work well as a unit somehow. It doesn't look good on paper, but they work as a unit somehow. Let's go to the third game. Brentford against Wolves. What have you said for this one?
Much tougher fixture.
Harder to predict, definitely, than you'd guess than the first two.
This is my Desmond, because when I have games like this, and I can't really see a clear winner, I just have to go for Desmond, honestly. There's not too much I can talk about this game at all. This is one of them games, whoever turns up is going to win. You can say that about most games, but even if Southampton turn up against Arsenal, you would have to be really off it, I think, to not get a result.
Yeah.
Whereas in this game, anyone can easily win this game.
Oh, definitely. You said Desmond,
I said 2-2, yeah.
I've gone Brentford, personally. I like picking teams that are playing at home. Sometimes, like I always say, the energy from the crowd brings a lot to the game. So I'm going to go 2-1 Brentford. I don't know if Wiss is still out or not, but I think the fact that Mbeumo's been in the form that he's been in, I don't really see anyone in Wolves stopping that geezer being able to do what he wants to do. Like, he drops in deep, collects the ball, picks it, 1-2s with someone. He's proper good at getting in behind. He doesn't like to go in behind because he likes to come in and drop deep and get the ball and start to dribble. But I just can't see anyone in Wolves actually stopping him. Their midfield's quite weak for me.
I would disagree.
Why?
I would say that their midfield is better than Brentford midfield, personally.
No, but I'm not talking about the midfield. I'm saying who in that midfield is going to stop Mbeumo doing what he's doing.
No one really has to. It's up to the defenders.
I think the midfield comes into it because you drop into the midfield to collect the ball.
I mean, the midfield has to stop their midfield getting it to Mbeumo. Or if they're playing long balls, then there's not really a lot the midfield can do about it.
Well, long balls, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He doesn't like to go behind it. He likes to be at feet and collecting it, which is where you'll go into the midfield and you think it will cause a problem.
I don't have a strong opinion on this game whatsoever. So,
Desmond.
Yeah.
Fair enough, mate. Game 4, Leicester City against Bournemouth. What do you reckon?
This could be a weird one. Because you just see Bournemouth go and slap Southampton, newly promoted team.
Yeah.
And you would think, they've got enough quality for sure to do the same thing to Leicester. But I wouldn't be surprised if Leicester get a result here, honestly. I'm going for a shock one today. It's against my better nature of thinking, honestly, that Bournemouth will win. But I'm going with 2-1 Leicester. Home advantage. the results do happen like this every now and then.
Yeah.
I think this is a potential banana skin for Bournemouth.
Mm-hmm.
They should be high on confidence. I mean, they should think that they should easily be able to beat any of these newly promoted teams.
Oh,
Honestly,
definitely.
But again, away from home, sometimes it doesn't really work out like that. So yeah, I'm going with an upset 2-1 Leicester.
This is my Desmond. So we've gone the
Yeah.
opposites in the next game.
Yeah.
Like the last game for me, that Brentford Wolves game, this one's quite hard for me to pick. I agree with everything you're saying about Bournemouth having the confidence, or they should think that they should beat Leicester, but this is not how football works, innit? Which is why I've gone for Desmond.
Yeah.
Like, yes, Semenyo's in great form.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their link-up play between the defenders and the midfielders, Tavernier, all these people is proper good. But Leicester at home, again, I don't see why they can't do it. Do you get what I mean? I think it will be a Desmond. It could even be a 0-0. But I think we're going to see a lot of goals. Yeah,
like, that's just the way of that is. They are going to win some games.
Yeah, and it has to be at home.
I could easily go against Leicester in most games.
Yeah.
But they are going to win some eventually.
Yeah. Whether it's early on in the season or at the end to save them, we don't know, innit?
Yeah.
But you think it's going to be this weekend against Bournemouth, mate? Fair enough.
Against my better nature.
You think Vardy's going to grab 2 and then they'll just take it home?
Potentially. Does he play full 90s now?
Nah, he just comes on when he wants to, innit? Or they start him sometimes. They put him on against Spurs because he knows he just gets them Spurs defenders like proper annoyed, so it's good. Like Romero.
Yeah, another tough one though.
It is a hard fixture to guess.
Most
Definitely
people
a
would
hard
go
fixture.
for Bournemouth as well, rightly so, but I don't know, man. I'm not confident.
I think both of us could be wrong because it could just be 3-0
Yeah,
Bournemouth. But I've gone 2-2 just because football's strange. That is my reasoning. On to the next one. This, for me, is Man City versus Fulham at the Etihad. I'll keep this as short as possible. I think it's going to be 4-2 City. Honestly, because Fulham will score against them. I know that for a fact. They might even go 2-0 up.
I think they will concede it.
100% these lot will concede. Emil Smith-Rowe, Iwobi, all these people have played for big clubs, and they're not scared to play against City. Some clubs turn up with players that have come from the Championship, and they get whacked 6, 5, 7. Fulham ain't got that in their players, and they've got decent players that have played in decent competitions and challenged for stuff, innit?
Yeah.
So I see 4-2.
We both said we kind of like this Fulham team at the moment.
Same. Yeah, we have.
Looking through the squad, not just like
we have
picking out 1 or 2 players here. Through the squad, there's a few players that I think clubs higher up in the league would be looking to take off them.
Definitely.
In the near future.
Mm-hmm.
And even players like you're saying, the Smith-Rowes and maybe even Iwobi again.
Exactly.
It only takes a couple of good seasons in a team like Fulham, and then these top clubs come back in for you again.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I'm on the same page as you, honestly. I think back-to-back City draws, that comes to an end this weekend.
Yeah.
Convincingly, in my opinion. I'm going with convincingly, but scoreline not as big as yours. 3-1.
3-1. Fair enough.
I do agree. I think they will concede. They have looked a lot leakier, and it's proved this season.
Yeah.
They've conceded time and time again. I think nearly every game, actually.
Near enough, yeah.
Which hardly ever happens, to be fair, with City. Now without Rodri again, that just adds to it even more. They were conceded even with him, so...
Yeah, against Ipswich, against loads of teams, they conceded.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get you.
In the first minute, they've been behind, and then had to turn it around a couple of times this season in games where people are like, well, obviously you can have switches off, and they went and won those games. But, yeah, man, don't know.
No, I'm on the same page with you here, definitely. I think, I see high scoring, but I just don't see City losing, which is why I've gone for the result.
This is the week they turn it on again. I think they put aside them 2 draws, back-to-back draws, and you're back at home.
3 City draws is unheard of in the last
season,
decade.
for God's sake.
Yeah, in a season,
And you'd be there 3 draws back-to-back.
And we ain't even gone game 10 yet. Yeah, this would be a dream come true.
Drawn 50% of their games.
Yeah, already.
If they draw this
is nuts. Like in the last 5 years.
That's a lot for City.
Yeah, for City, that's big. But yeah, we're both in agreement. City are going to take this, but it should be a good game if you're going there.
Yeah,
seeing loads of goals.
Yeah.
On to the next one: the Hammers against the Tractor Boys. I like their name. That's brilliant. West Ham against Ipswich, London Stadium. Can't call it Upton Park anymore. No. Mate, this for me, West Ham should do this. But I just think it'll be a bit like they love making things a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
I think honestly, my score prediction for this game is 2-1.
Bosh.
But to West Ham, sorry,
Okay, yeah.
because I think they'll win. But I think it could be 3-4-5. But they'll just make it difficult, and it'll be a last
3-2
10
or
minutes.
something.
Yeah, there'll be a last 10-minute flurry from Ipswich, and it's like, oh my god, we could draw. We could actually draw because this is how West Ham. I honestly think West Ham fans come out of the stadium like that every week when they win. But that could have been draw. We could have lost. But when they could have tucked the game away in the first half. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot closer than it needs to be from my side.
It's a bit of a roller coaster of emotions being a West Ham fan. Because some weeks you go and you turn up, you put in a proper good performance.
Yeah, beating City, United.
Yeah, and you get results from games no one expected you to. Then you come to other games and it's just you just roll over, give up a performance, look lethargic. This is not one of them games for me. I think this is a good example of a game where, listen, you have to win. I'm sorry. This is a home game.
Yeah, they have to.
This is a newly promoted team. The money that you're spending that they've spent on their team compared to yourself, it should be not even. It shouldn't be a contest. Of course, it will be, and it will be competitive for the most part. But I think West Ham should be far and away enough the better team in this particular game. And yeah, team will look at, like you go through the fixture list, you'll look at certain games when you're at home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. This should be 3 points.
Have to win this.
They should be adding up points.
That's what they think
throughout the season. They should be, and you should have that in your mind. Have the confidence. Listen, if we're on, we're winning this easily. Well, even if they're on as well, it doesn't matter. As long as we're switched on, clinical, we're winning this game easily. Even if they score a couple of goals themselves, we should still score more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So in that case, I've gone for 4-1 for West Ham.
Bosh.
The way we've been picking Ipswich games, they're going down. I don't think I've given them. I might have given them a draw or one win in the first 7 game weeks.
I've given them a few
4
goals,
points.
and they haven't let me down.
Yeah, we've given them a few goals. Yeah,
games where they've got battered, and it turned out to happen.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think this is another one of them examples where the Hammers.
What did you say?
4-1.
4-1.
Yeah. And West Ham need a convincing result like that for me.
They do.
I think at times they've been, like I said, roller coaster of emotions. Really good 1 week, good performance. Next week, like for example, the Chelsea game.
Yeah.
It's like they weren't even there.
Yeah.
They looked like they were Ipswich.
Yeah.
They had no part.
Yeah, it was
no involvement in the game whatsoever.
Yeah. Delat though. You might grab a goal.
Yeah.
You might stick it on there.
That's why I said 4-1. I still think West Ham can be scored against.
Oh, definitely.
Ipswich have shown they've taken a few chances once the few chances that they've had.
Yeah. They've done well in terms of scoring in the Premier League. They just need some points, innit? And we can't help them get that. They need to help themselves.
Maybe they could sign me and you.
Yeah, they could. I don't think we'd do anything good. I might go in goal for them. I would definitely get sent off in the City game.
I just ask, who do you want me to take out?
Who
do you not want to play in this game for the next 90 minutes? All right, no problem.
Rodri.
Taking him out.
That is it. All right, we both said West Ham. You said convincing West Ham. I think it's going to be closer. On to the next one. Oh, what a game. On to the 5:30 on a Saturday. Your boys.
The boys.
The Blue Boys.
I'm wearing blue today as well.
You are wearing blue. You got that then, basically.
Yeah.
Everton against Newcastle. Newcastle away from home. We do not like them away from home. And against my better judgment, I've gone for Newcastle. Because Everton is shocking.
On it's
like I've gone again very, very similar to what I think is going to happen in the West Ham game. But I'm not thinking in my head that Newcastle should run away with it and not batter them. I just think it's going to be a lot closer than probably a lot of Newcastle fans think.
Oh, for sure.
This is a good game. Like, they're not travelling far. Their away ground's not far from their home ground. Like, Everton are going to be up for it. They're not going to want to lose to someone from really close to them up north as well. So I think it'd be a good game. That's why I've gone 2-1 Newcastle.
Bosh.
Yeah, very fair. I'm going the opposite. I'm
going
for the Blue Boys again.
Oh, this is where I'm going to pick up points.
Because I said I thought Palace can be dodgy and put in dodgy performances.
Yeah.
And Everton proved it right, and they got their first win of the season.
Fair play.
Newcastle, I think I backed for them when they played away.
Yeah.
And they showed me why.
Everton battered them. Yeah.
No, it was Fulham, innit?
Fulham.
This season, yeah.
I was talking about Everton last season when they battered them.
Battered them. I'm like,
Fulham did batter them.
Okay. I don't know how that works.
Good team, though.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm going for Everton again. I'm going opposite scoreline. I'm going 2-1. I'm going for them to back up their recent win. If they want to stay in this league, they need performances like that. And
Yeah.
they've shown they're not like void of scoring goals or anything. They've
Oh,
just
yeah.
given away leads very easily in games
Yeah.
and have never looked confident even when they've gone in front,
Yeah.
no matter what minute we're in, really.
Yeah.
I'm going the opposite this
Bosh.
time. You would go with like against Newcastle when I went for them. This
Yeah,
time I'm going
we've gone
against them.
opposites.
You're going for them.
Yeah.
It's the away form, man. We say it time and time again.
We do say it.
It's just nowhere near good enough.
We do say it.
And I think, like you said, it is going to be a good game. Not technically, but a good
It's
spectacle.
scrapping match, isn't it? It'll be good.
Spectacle. I think both teams will give it their all for sure, and it will be a tasty match. 5:30 kickoff. Probably a bit of it will be under the floodlights. I guess.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, at the end of it. Yeah, we're getting darker nights now, and earlier.
Everton at home, I will always give Everton a chance at home. Honestly,
Their fans are so close to the pitch.
Yeah.
It's mad.
it's a
Energy.
very
It's
weird.
the energy.
It's a weird atmosphere.
It is.
Not in a bad way. Weird. I just mean for the
Yeah.
for the opposition, it
Yeah.
creates a bit.
You're
It
close.
could be a bit frightening.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
You're very, very close to them.
More the fans than the players in the pitch.
Oh, sometimes,
But
yeah, honestly.
That's normally
sometimes.
enough for you to just be. Your legs just don't work. and
Yeah,
stuff,
literally, that's true. Last 10, your legs refuse
Yeah.
to work.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've gone opposites.
Yeah.
I think that's the first time we've gone like exactly opposite this week. I've said 2-1 Newcastle, you
Yeah.
said 2-1
Very
Everton.
different scorelines, actually.
Very different scorelines. Considering last week we had the first 3 fixtures the same.
Yeah.
I need to catch you because this 9-point deficit needs to get cut.
It could be easily done, though.
It is. It is. Couple of results or a couple of correct scores, you're done.
And it was only really the Bournemouth one on Monday that.
That's true. That saved you. Yep. That 3 points. Otherwise, would have been down to 6. Ooh, that's how I need to bring it back this week. On to the best game of the game week, I think, in my opinion. Again, probably not technically wise. Maybe from Villa's point of view,
Yeah.
but definitely not United. Aston Villa at Villa Park are playing against Manchester United. One of the clubs that are just falling apart.
It's not going well.
For me, Den Haag does not get sacked before the international break. But if he loses his next 2 games before the international break, there's going to be a conversation that's being had. And the conversation that's being had is he's going to get stitched up by his own assistant manager because they're going to give it to Van Nistelrooy. And that is the only thing I see happening at United.
Yeah. Similar kind of situation to many years ago now. Roy Evans and Gerard Houllier.
Yep.
Houllier was brought in as just like me and you are sat together right now. We're looking after Liverpool.
Yep.
It's not. No one is the actual manager. It's both of us. And then in 3, 4, or whatever it was, months' time, Roy Evans is pushed out the door. Houllier is the Liverpool manager.
Stitched me up.
I don't think it has that same look to it at the moment. I think that it has the potential to happen for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they'll go straight from a Ten Hag to a Van Nistelrooy. And I don't see him being as much of a presence to being like, okay, he's clearly going to be the next Man United manager, or this is what they're angling to do. It could be. I could be so wrong, but I just don't see as much of his presence being so around the place and in front of the cameras. And do you know what I mean?
I think that's on purpose though, because he is an ex-pro.
Yeah.
He is a Man United legend, if you want to call him that. United fans know more than me about him.
Yeah, he's for sure a Man United.
And he does give it. He does give it on the pitch, so he might actually be good at management.
Yeah.
I don't see behind the scenes in it, or what he's like as a person, or what his people skills are like. But it can't be worse than Den Haag's, and that's just me being me in it.
Again, it's such a strange one, honestly, because sometimes with managers, you see managers being successful, and then they come to certain clubs, and it's just like the players are just, I don't know, the players can get managers sacked.
100%. They're not playing for him.
They're not
It's
playing
not
for him
looking
at
good.
But
It's
they
not
haven't
looking
been
good.
playing for any manager for the past.
They played a
They
bit for
never
Ollie,
succeeded.
didn't they? A
Yeah,
little bit for
they
Ollie. But again, ex-pro. This is what that's why they're going to go to
Maybe Van
Nistelrooy.
Nistelrooy could
Do you get what I
bring
mean?
that spark about them. He knows what the club's about. Ollie would have been the same, really.
His stats are way worse than Ollie's, mate. Like, you could have kept
yeah.
Ollie in and they would have been way
I
higher
mean,
up than...
he's a clown, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah, he is.
Like,
Keep him in.
saying he just says stupid stuff, and it is facts. Like, he's not wrong, but it's just a stupid point, really. Like, oh, they're the second most successful team behind City in his time. Like, yes, okay, that is true.
Yeah, but you've not made them that now.
No, they had no. He has. Well, technically, he has.
Well,
because he's won
cup-wise,
under them.
yeah,
he's
yeah.
won just a bit less cups than Man City have.
Yeah.
Is his point in it, and more than anyone else in that same
But
time.
no proper cups.
You're like,
no
mate,
Prem or
alright,
Champions
okay,
League.
So is this just so that we know this is what? Do you think your fan base is happy with this?
Of course.
An FA Cup, finishing 8th in the league, losing 12 games in the league, whatever it was, 12 or 13, being battered by your rivals all over the pitch for the most part.
Yeah. 2 hat-tricks.
So you're accepting this?
So this you now?
This is me.
You know, it's a stupid
it's
thing, innit?
stupid.
It's
It
like,
is stupid.
okay, it's true. No one's saying it's not true. Clearly it is.
Well, yeah.
But it's a stupid point. And it's like, mate,
It's stats.
is that what you're flexing?
That is what
Is
he's
that what
flexing.
you're flexing?
That's what he's flexing.
But
But
flexing getting battered by your rivals, but you won an FA Cup.
getting back by everyone.
If this is what you want to achieve, and Man United fans are happy with that, no problem. But
Yeah, you're just not the same United as we know, innit?
Exactly. I think it's so far from the truth of what they actually want to be achieved.
Oh, 100%.
So far.
Mate, they're going to get...
goal difference.
Mate, -2 goal difference. They ended
Last
last season. And you know what they're on now? -1.
No, -3.
-3, so they're worse. I thought they were -1.
But over a 38 game period, United having minus goal difference. It's just
no. United are goal scorers. Wayne Rooney, people that used to play for these lot. Ronaldo. These are players when they were in their prime were scoring bundles of goals.
Yep.
Volleys from edge of the area, corners. We all know goals that United score. Bicycle kicks.
These battered teams.
They battered City. Bicycle kicks and all these
These
things.
battered teams. But now it's like if United win, it's a 2-1, or it's a 1-0, or it's a 3-2.
It's close.
It's a goal margin, max 2.
We could speak about United for about another 3 hours,
Yes.
but to keep this
They're
short...
not worth it anyway, man.
No, it's good to talk about it anyway, but to keep it as short as possible because we got
Oh,
other
yeah.
teams to
Sorry,
speak about.
I didn't even say the score.
No, I'm going 3-1 Villa.
Okay.
I don't see. For me, Aston Villa are better than Tottenham. They're more of a unit. I like the way Tottenham play. I knew Tottenham would get a result against United because I said they're a better unit. They know what they're doing when it comes to corners. They scored a corner. I got onto Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson scored. I got onto Solanke. Solanke scored. So, mate, they listen, innit? But Villa, for me, like, as long as Ollie Watkins switches it on and Rodgers switches it on, United they ain't even got Fernandes to penetrate that. Oh, they got him back.
He got rescinded.
He got rescinded. All right, cool. I apologise. Even if he is on, he'll probably get sent off again because he's a twat and he's not a real captain.
Like, I thought I was getting 3 games off.
Literally.
I had to do it again.
That's what I mean. But, mate, Kobe Mainu, yes, he's good. But again, United cannot be hoping on these under-21s to get them out of trouble.
Ridiculous.
It's just...
So much pressure is going to be put on this lad's shoulders. And, like, it's the same thing. You're going to big him up as much as possible when he plays well. And they're going to shoot him down as quick as they put him up when he doesn't play well. It's like, the guy... It's not
just come out of the academy.
Yeah,
Give him a chance. Give him a...
He's
There's
played
people
what?
like Casemiro
Has
who
he
are
played
playing
50 games for United?
Come on.
Even?
Yeah, come on. It's not good enough, mate.
But
it's not good enough. What did you
He
say?
picked up a slight knock or something, didn't he? Because he came off at half time for Mount, or maybe that was because of the red card. I'm not really too, but I don't know why you.
I think it
Mount
was. I think
for
it
me
was.
at any point in the game.
Yeah, neither do I.
honestly, but
What did you say for? Did you say Villa win?
do you know what? I've said this, and I'll keep it short because we've gone on. I've gone on a bit about this game. This United have pulled out results when they've needed to, in times of need. For example, winning the FA Cup against City.
Well, yeah,
And that kept Ten Hag in a job.
I did.
I am hoping, and I only want this because actually I see more Villa as a threat than United. This
Over the 38 games.
exactly, yeah. So I'm going with 2-1 Man United.
Mate,
They did the
that'd be
same
brilliant.
thing last
That'd be
season.
brilliant.
When they did the same thing last season at Villa Park when we thought Villa would go and destroy them,
Yeah,
and they did exactly the same thing.
they did. We watched the
Yes.
game last 20 minutes.
Yeah,
They didn't even
they-
attack. They just
yeah.
let Man United sit on their box.
And United turned the game around.
I remember, and they lost. Villa are stupid.
How have you just let that game go past you?
Yeah.
It was
A
there
team
for
that
the
did
taking.
that to City and held them off. Didn't even let City score.
Yeah, last
And they
season
let
it
United
was just
score
like,
2.
Mate,
Yeah, you're 100%
so,
right.
And I do feel like United have got that where they pull a result out of their arse
You're 100%
right when it's necessary. And
I
I
get
think
you.
that might just keep Ten Hag in a job for an extra week.
Another 10 years, please.
Yeah, hopefully.
Give him a Chelsea
Yeah.
contract. That's what he needs. Put him
Yeah.
on 9-year deal. I'll be buzzing, mate. All right, on to the penultimate one. We'll try and keep this shorter than the United game, although... Yeah, we will definitely. This is not a bigger game.
Yeah.
Chelsea versus Forest.
Mhm.
Stamford Bridge. I nearly forgot the name of their stadium. 2 o'clock on the Sunday. That was Saturday, right?
The same
That
time.
was, it's 2 o'clock
Same-
on Sunday as well. That's a pretty decent game there. I know which game I'll be watching.
Yeah.
That's for certain.
Wow.
For me, Cole Palmer. I don't even have to say anyone else. Like, it's just their defense is pretty decent. No one really gets past the Sassies. Big unit. I really like the other guys. Does Malo Gusto still play right back?
Yeah.
Sometimes I really like him. They got a decent unit they're building there at Chelsea. I'm still unsure about Enzo Fernandez. He looks dodgy for 120 million.
I mean,
And even Caicedo really and truly does some dodgy passes sometimes along the back.
Yeah,
Good at breaking the play, but their forward movement is all Cole Palmer. If he don't get the ball, Madueke's not getting it. João Felix is not even going to get on the pitch if Cole Palmer's not playing well, because they need Cole Palmer to play well to bring these attacking players on. You see it in first half sometimes. Chelsea are struggling, and then they get a little foothold in the game right before half time. They bring on João Felix, bring on another striker, and then Cole Palmer just unlocks everything. It's Cole Palmer, mate. It's 2-0, and it's probably 2 for Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
He needs to change his name, 100%.
Legally, what's a cold?
Cold. Just not even Palmer, cold. Just forget, put it on his back. Ice cold. Put it on the back, bro. That is 100.
The way that everyone does that with their first name.
He's a G. Put cold there. Number 1 as well. Because there ain't no one better than him in that team. And yeah, Man City have lost a gem.
That would be brilliant.
They've lost a gem, mate. Pep Guardiola's turning. He's fuming at this. Fuming.
Yeah, I agree to an extent. I actually think the defense is Chelsea's weakest. The defense and the goalkeeper are Chelsea's weakest points.
As a whole against the rest of the top 6, yeah.
Yeah,
I get what you mean.
Just because, like the sassy, I know what you mean, but they
He's
both
big
of them
though,
did
innit?
it headless, and that what's the guy's name? Badiashile.
Badiashile.
Howell is decent, but he can. I don't know, man. They're a bit dodgy to me.
6 people in there. I get it.
I think the midfield is actually now starting to play well together. They're making less. They're just ticking over, so it's going unnoticed. You know, that's in some positions. That's how you know you've had a good game in a way, where your name's not really mentioned.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Some players go above and beyond their position, but some players just are consistent. 7, 8 out of 10 every game week. And if you haven't heard from them, you've had a good game and you've probably won the game.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
So,
do you see Forest doing anything to stop Chelsea though? Would be my question.
I'm going 3-1 in this game.
Chelsea?
For Chelsea, yeah.
Bosh.
I think they're ticking over very well. Starting to come into their own. Very good win against Brighton. Very good win. Where in a game we thought this probably the tightest game they've had for the past few weeks.
Yes.
And they're back to another game where I'm very confident in them. Back at home again. And like you're saying, Palmer's just flying, man. And you know when people are just in that flow in their time in their careers, this seems to be it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem to be slowing down too much.
No.
But yeah, we'll see. I'm going 3-1. Another convincing win for Chelsea.
Yeah, I think they've completely turned it around. First 3 game weeks, we were like, what is going on here? We knew Cole Palmer was a player, but we didn't know how much of a player he was. And then everyone started to kind of rise their level now. So you're seeing the difference between, I'd say, the top half of the Premier League and the rest, because there is always a difference.
Yeah.
Like, if these are, obviously you can have a bad week, but if these lot switch it on against bottom 10 teams, they're battering them, like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jackson is still one of the dodgiest strikers that's ever played in the Prem. I think Nicholas Bentner might be better than that geezer. But he's got output. The guy scores hat-tricks.
Mate, if
the guy scores hat-tricks.
You take six shots a game, you're going to score 1.
Dribble Cisse will tell you that, mate.
Yeah.
100%. Right, on to the last game of the game week. This, for me, second best game of the game week, only just because Villa and United is just a massive fixture. But Brighton are hosting Tottenham. Amex Stadium. Here's the Amex. I do like their stadium. Brighton's a lovely place to go. And mate, this is a tough one, yeah? And you know what I see in this game? Goals. And plenty of them.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Man. Do I want to back Tottenham again?
Tottenham, shit football and a shit film.
You can't back Tottenham
too many times, innit? Because they will lose the lead, innit?
Yeah.
Did you back them last week? Well, no, we backed them against United.
I didn't.
You didn't back them?
I didn't.
I picked up good points. 1 point. I've already done my score, mate. I've said 3-2 Spurs.
Bosh.
I'm an Arsenal fan and I'm backing Tottenham again. Yeah. I'm here to say it. Other products are sold here, but it ain't Brighton winning this week, innit, for me. Honestly. I honestly just think Spurs now, they're going to start rolling over teams. And a 3-2 for me at Brighton is Spurs rolling them over, because scoring 3 goals away at Brighton is not an easy feat. And keeping them down as well is hard to do at times as well. We've seen Danny Welbeck switch it on this year. João Pedro getting in, scoring good headers. Hinchelwood, I really like him. He bursts forward from the back. They've got good players, man. But I just think Spurs are in that like, you can't beat United away from home and then not go and beat
They
Brighton
can.
away from. I know they can.
And we know that they
I
can.
know they
we know
can.
that's exactly what they will do. Actually,
I want Spurs to be good because I want them to play us good, and I want them to still. I want us to still smash them when they're good. Oh, here we go.
2-1 Brighton.
Oh, I knew it.
Bosh. Because you just made me even think about it like even more.
They are Spursy.
That's just them to go and get a brilliant result away at Old Trafford, 3-0.
I didn't even let them
Come
score.
out without a scratch at that game. Plenty of confidence for players that kind of haven't been doing too well. This is Tottenham. This is their heritage. They will lose this game against Brighton.
Heritage. You reckon?
Yeah.
Mate, I mean, their trophy cabinet says it all, innit? There's fuck all in there. So we know that. We know that they do this on history, and like they got to the final against you.
This is them.
Mate, one game, yeah, I guarantee you, anyone else in that league would have gave you a better game. You could have played West Brom and Albion in that final in that Champions. I'm telling you, and they would have given you a better game because Spurs are bottle jobs.
I think it was playing Harry Kane.
Don't play him.
Stick to that.
Yeah, don't.
Harry Kane should not have played that game. No. If he did, I mean, but that's just they have
Spursy,
to.
mate.
He had to play.
Spursy. He has to play. It's Spursy.
He couldn't not play.
But you know what? I'm. Although I've gone for Spurs, I completely understand why you've gone for Brighton.
That's literally it. Just because of what Spurs do.
That's Spurs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Spurs fans know it
I
as well.
agree with you, by the way. I think, especially after Brighton kind of getting battered by Chelsea,
Well, yeah,
Spurs are going to be on the high.
definitely.
You could easily see that just going. But this is Tottenham.
This is Tottenham.
So, Brighton 2-1, man.
Yeah, the Tottenham have never proved me wrong over a distance of time. Like, Tottenham have proved me wrong in 90 minutes, but they've never proven me wrong over a season. They've never won the league.
No.
Their biggest hero, Jonathan Woodgate, is centre-back. It's not the club for me.
It's individual accolades.
You get what I mean? Top
Mr. Harry.
golden boot and like that's not a team game, innit? That's
If they've got like a copy of his trophy in their trophy cabinet.
Nah, don't
Just
do
to,
that,
like,
man. Don't do that. Just to fill it
fill
up.
space.
They've got one in there or two in there that
he's got a few in it. Maybe 2 or 3 now, I think.
Yeah, but you know what? I would not be surprised if Spurs lose, mate. Honestly, for me and my points on our leaderboard is all I care about. So if Spurs get me them, I don't care. Innit?
It's good. We've kind of gone against each other in
Most
a couple of the games this week.
Yeah.
So Liverpool and Palace both said Liverpool. Arsenal both said Arsenal.
Yeah.
Brentford, Wolves.
You said draw.
I said draw. You said Brentford. So
Yeah.
again, Leicester, Bournemouth.
I said draw. You said Leicester.
Yeah. Again, different. City, we've got the same.
Yeah.
West Ham, the same.
Yeah.
Newcastle and Everton, different.
Different.
Villa Man United, different.
Oh yeah, you went with United.
Yeah. Chelsea, Forest, the same. And then Brighton, Tottenham, different. So there's...
To be fair, going the way you've gone this week with the teams, it made sense for you to back Brighton. If you're going to back United, you back Brighton.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Because United and Tottenham just played each other, so opposites.
Yeah.
I understand your thinking behind it, mate. That's it. Gameweek 7 done.
Another one.
Another one done.
Good fixtures. Looking forward to it. Not looking forward to the 12:30. Never really am when my team's playing away on 12:30. But as long as we just get over that, the rest should be good watches.
Luckily, you'll be going down in first class. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I wondered, do they get Jets anymore? That's your lot's players, and that's what your lot's do.
Yeah, no, we have to do 0%. We have to do 0%, man. We're 0%.
They'll get like Lecky Jets or something soon, man.
Zero emissions,
They'll
there,
have
mate.
Jets or some shit.
Zero emission. Listen, mate, we got recyclable cups at our club. Yeah, reusable cups.
FA Cups.
No. We got too many of them. We could use them as cups to our family.
Yeah.
We got so many of them.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. That wraps it up for another game week. We will be back soon. Thank you for tuning in as always, wherever you're tuning in from. Stay safe.